Howdy, folks. DaveMan here again, Rollman Revolution. Now, there's several things that have been going on in the mainstream over the course of the last few weeks, and I haven't recorded a lot of videos regarding this because I've been doing a few other things behind the scenes, kind of changing things up as far as the Rollman Revolution and the podcast. But there's so much more that is happening in real time, and you can see this with the way that the mainstream media now comes out with their weekly talking points. Obviously, the stuff that you are witnessing on a daily basis with the mainstream media is the picks that Donald J. Trump is now putting forward. Guys like Kash Patel, guys like Pete Hegseth, Tulsi Gabbard, R.F. Kennedy Jr. Now, all of these people, by themselves, the mainstream media has at one time or another tried to character assassinate and tried to turn into a straw man, a person that you are supposed to believe is a certain way. Now, I'm telling everybody that just look what they did to Donald Trump. Look over the course of the last 4 years how they tried to frame what Donald Trump is and who he is into what they wanted him to be. So think about it. So if you have somebody, the Democrat Party in particular, and the mainstream media in particular, their whole role is to kind of frame a person to look a specific way so that you believe whoever they're talking about is what they say it is. Now, I don't know about you, but every time I meet a person, every time I go into any type of situation where I'm meeting new people for the first time, I make my own assessment. I try to figure out who the person is who's standing in front of me myself. And I suggest the senators who are on the fence here, who are playing these games, do the exact same thing. You sit down with these people. You sit down with the selection that President Trump has put forward, and you talk to them. Because the American people are behind the back of President Trump and the picks that he is putting forward. So if you have an issue with Kash Patel or a Pete Hegseth, you need to sit down with them and figure out why. And then you need to tell the American people, articulate it out as to the reasons why that person is not going to get your vote. Because we need to know why you're on board or why you're not on board. Because the American people are 100% on board with Donald J. Trump. And as you can see, him going around the world with Notre Dame, and he's on the grand stage. The world is accepting Donald Trump as the prime dominant president of the United States. Nobody's talking about Joe Biden. Where's Joe Biden? Where's Joe Biden and his candidate and his people? He's AWOL. Why? Because he's illegitimate. And he's been illegitimate since 2020. And everybody who's been paying attention, who's been doing the hard work behind the scenes, knows he's illegitimate. You saw this in the latest election. Where are all those millions of votes that Joe Biden supposedly had? Where are all those people? Where did all those people go? They never existed. And it's coming full circle now. See, all of the stuff that you have been playing, the games, mainstream media, the games, Democrat Party, the games, Rhino Republicans, that you have been playing in this establishment, status quo nonsense called the DC swamp, it's all turning itself over. This is the fourth turning. Everything is going to be exposed. And this is what you have in a society when full transparency is laid out on the table. Full transparency. When they show where the bodies are buried, who did what to who and how many times. When the American people see it, you all know you're culpable. You all know that you're culpable. Mainstream media, Democrat Party, all of the agents of chaos that are working with them, you're all culpable. Because why else would you need a preemptive pardon? Why are they talking about preemptive pardons in the mainstream media? That Joe Biden's going to have to preemptively pardon Dr. Fauci and several of the other people within the judges who went after President Trump. Why? Because of character assassination. They know rightfully well that they were involved in election interference from day one. They went over the top to try to ensure that President Trump never saw another term. And it backfired. And now they're running scared. Everybody's backpedaling. You can hear them. They're all, he's going to do this, he's going to do. Well, yeah, he's going to do what the law says he's allowed to do. He is the chief magistrate of this country. President Trump is going to enforce the law. And if you broke the law, well then yeah, you should be worried. But if you didn't, then why would you be worried about pardons? Why would you need a pardon? I thought you all were innocent. But we know you're not innocent. Everybody knows you're not innocent. Everybody knows the game that you have been playing over the course of the last several years. And the only way that this is going to stop is if the American people impose the will that we did in this last election. Call your senators, Get involved at the local level. The energy has to continue forward. Don't think for 1 minute that the Democrat Party... Look, Mark Elias is sitting down with his little pimple ass right now trying to strategize ways on how to undo the damage that has been done. They're trying to undo everything that Trump is going to try to impose. People like that, you have to find what they hold dear, and you have to squeeze it out of them. Guys like Mark Elias are all over the place, but the way you beat them is by facts and by force. You have to put everything that you are, everything that you believe on the table, and have to be willing to fight for it. You saw what Donald Trump can do. He needs resilient, battle-tested people who are willing to go to jail if necessary for what is right. You saw it with Steve Bannon. You saw it with Peter Navarro. You saw it with these people who knew that the principle was much more than trying to give in to what this Democrat Party wanted. That J6 committee with what's her name, Cheney. It was a show trial. And everything that came out of that was all nonsense. And everybody who was watching knew it was nonsense. But now it's coming full circle. Like I said again, we're going to have a real investigation into J6, a real investigation into the 2020 election. And people say, oh, Dave, why are you going back to the 2020 election? Because you have to right the wrongs. You have to show everything, why it happened, who did what, and why. We're never going to get past the last 4 years of the lies about all of the and everything that's associated with it. The people were involved. No. This is when we lay it all out in the sunshine. We let the sun expose them all. That's called winning. And when you win, you have to use the pressure. You have to know how to give a punch. The Republican Party for years has never been very good at delivering punches. Well, now you have a different Republican Party. It's called the MAGA Party. And we must enforce our will on the future of this country. This movement is big. It includes everyone, blacks, Hispanics, whites, women, all sorts of demographics. And more people are coming on every single day. Why? Because you don't have to sell truth to anybody. When people start to really investigate what MAGA is, not what the media says it is, not what this government tries to pretend it is, the character assassination of MAGA, the character assassination of Trump, the character assassination of Kash Patel or Pete Hegseth, that's what the media does. They just create this false ideology or this false premise of what they say it is, and then they try to get you to believe what they presented to you. No. MAGA's smarter than that, and the American people are smarter than that. And you saw that this November. But the way we win is through brute force. Do not stop. Do not stop. Do not back down 1 inch. Do not give them any bit of wiggle room. Because if you do, they will find a way to stick their woke nonsense in there. Put one of their people in there just to muck it all up. No more of that. No more of that. If you are not America first, or you are not putting forth America first people, I have nothing for you, and the American people have nothing for you. We are done with the games. We're done with the bullshit. And it's now our turn. It's now the turn of MAGA, the American people, the voice of the people, which this country was originally supposed to be founded on. It's the voice of the people that moves this nation forward, not this fourth branch of government, administrative state, deep state, that has been puppeteering these people for years. No. The game is over, and you saw it this November. And it's going to be a very exciting January. I hope everybody sticks around for this and continues in the fight, because it's going to be must-see TV in January. The first 100 days, you are going to go, holy cow, Dave, you were right. These people are really corrupt. And that's what I hope for everybody. I want everybody to see the truth. I don't want you to listen to me. I don't want you to listen to any talking head out there. I want you to listen and then go verify it. Find what it is that I'm saying and then go verify it for yourself, because I promise you, once you see behind the curtain, I won't have to tell you or explain to you anything. You'll know it. And you'll see exactly what I've been talking about for years. It's us versus them. We have the ball. We are winning. And you can see it within the mainstream media's conversation every single day. They don't want you educated. They want you to be kept stupid. No more. It's up to us. It's up to me. It's up to you to keep passing along this information to the people that need to hear it. and keep calling those senators and representatives and letting them know what you believe, your will. You need to impose your will on these people. They work for you. Let them know that. All right, my friends, I'll talk with you soon. I'll have more videos of new podcasts coming out here real soon, and I'll post all that stuff and the information as it comes forward. Talk with you guys soon. Take care. Love you all. Fight on.